Audiences love Caitriona Balfe as Claire Fraser in Outlander strong, graceful, and resilient. But behind the spotlight, her real life is filled with unimaginable pain. For years, Balfe has kept a heartbreaking truth hidden directly related to the man she once trusted more than anyone else. What really happened in that marriage, and why are so many fans now saying enough? Today, we take a journey that reveals the dark corners of her emotions, the silent hurts, the behind-the-scenes bullying, and the secrets Balfe never wanted the public to know. In a world where the line between public admiration and invasion of privacy is as thin as a thread, celebrities often have to endure harsh public criticism. Sam Heughan, the face of Jamie Fraser on screen, has been a victim of that transgression many times over the past 6 years. On May 29, 2025, Sam suddenly posted a candid message on Twitter, revealing his haunting experiences being harassed, smeared, threatened, stalked, and spreading false stories. Not only him, but his colleagues, friends, and family have also become targets. "It has a serious impact on my spirit. It is a constant worry every day," Sam wrote. He also corrected a series of rumors for the first time, such as manipulating fans, hiding his sexual orientation, or violating COVID-19 prevention regulations. Sam explained that he chose to self-isolate in Hawaii before the travel ban was issued to ensure his own safety and avoid burdening the local community. And despite the gravity of the situation, he remained calm, advising those who disliked him to just unfollow. He ended the message by thanking those who had supported him and calling for kindness and understanding during difficult times. The confession immediately received strong sympathy from Caitriona Balfe. She shared Sam's post and wrote, "It's sad that Sam has to speak up about this. I used to think that this kind of mean, childish behavior would be left in the schoolyard. But no. A very small but extremely loud part of this fandom spends so much energy writing and saying terrible, untrue things. I wish they would use that energy to help the community." She emphasized the brevity of life. "It's really that simple. If you don't like us, there's a big world out there. Find something you love and enjoy it. Because life is too short. Why waste it on hate?" Those words struck a chord with fans. Many expressed their gratitude for Balfe's steadfastness and kindness. And she wasn't alone. Other Outlander cast members chimed in too. Sophie Skelton, Brianna Randall wrote, "The screen doesn't protect you from sticks and stones, so please don't throw them." Stephen Cree, Ian Murray added, "It's sad that things have gotten so far that someone like Sam, one of the kindest, most positive people I know, feels compelled to speak out." The unanimous response from the cast was a testament to the strong bond they have, standing by each other through thick and thin. And Sam's sharing has opened up a more serious conversation about the problem of cyberbullying, which is silently eroding the spirit of not only celebrities, but anyone who falls under its purview. Cyberbullying is a widespread phenomenon that leaves serious psychological scars on its victims. Therefore, Caitriona Balfe and the Outlander cast's public support for Sam Heughan is not only a sentimental act, but also a powerful reminder that compassion and kindness need to be a priority in the digital world. Balfe calls on people to turn negative energy into positive things, such as participating in charity or supporting the community. She emphasizes, "Life is too short to harbor hatred. When you choose to focus on love and kindness, you will receive a more fulfilling life experience." This call is not only for fans, but also for anyone who exists in the online environment. Consider every word, every action, and actively contribute to making your community healthier. The solidarity Balfe and her colleagues showed around Sam reflects the power of relationships, not just in the workplace, but in real life as well. It also illustrates a simple, but often forgotten truth behind every character we love is a real person who deserves to be treated with the same compassion and respect we want to see for ourselves. But to fully understand Balfe's steadfast stance against bullying, we have to go back to her past, to when she was a victim herself. In a candid conversation on Angela Scanlon's Thanks a Million podcast, The Irish actress shared the untold story of being bullied throughout her primary school years by the cool girls. Born in Dublin in 1979 and raised in a small village in County Monaghan, Balfe dreamed of simple yet enduring friendships. But the reality was harsh. The girlfriends I had for the past 15-20 years were my salvation. Especially since I didn't have a close group of friends to lean on when I was younger, she says. My primary school was very small. There were only 3 girls who were cool, and the other 4, including me, would take turns bullying them. Looking back, I still don't understand why we didn't band together to fight back. Balfe says that even when they stopped bullying her and moved on to other targets, the feeling didn't improve. When you're a kid, you crave acceptance. But that acceptance sometimes means you accept silence in the face of injustice. She admits that she struggled for years until she reached secondary school, where she found a group of kind and close-knit friends. Growing up in a family with a Garda father also alienated some people. You weren't welcome in some communities, especially in the 1980s, when your father was a policeman, she told the Irish Times. It created a gap that you didn't want. Those experiences, from the loneliness of her small village of Monaghan, to the trauma of bullying, to learning to find and keep true friends, shaped Balfe into the person she is today. Strong, resilient, and always on the side of those who are hurting. The sense of alienation that Caitriona Balfe experienced as a child was made worse by the constant bullying at school. But in the midst of that bleak picture, she found an escape art. Balfe was passionate about theater from an early age, participating in local children's plays. For her, acting was not just a hobby, but also a way to process trauma, to understand herself and the world around her. In a conversation with Angela Scanlon, Balfe elaborated on the unwritten rules of her tiny elementary school. There, a small group of cool girls held power, and they took turns picking victims to bully. Many times the name chosen was Balfe. Stupidly, we didn't stick together, she said, her voice still tinged with regret. Without a group of friends to protect her, those years became even more difficult. What haunts her is not just the moment she is targeted, but the moment the bullying stops and moves on to someone else. When they stop bullying you and move on to someone else. I really wonder why. For what, she says, that vicious cycle left lasting psychological scars, feeding her insecurities throughout her childhood. But as an adult, Balfe has found strength in strong friendships. Honestly, what has gotten me through, especially the last 15-20 years, which have been quite chaotic, has been my close girlfriends. Without them, I would have been lost, she says. They have been her anchor, giving her a sense of belonging and acceptance that her childhood lacked. At 18, Balfe left Ireland, launching a modeling career in Paris. She quickly appeared in campaigns for big names like Chanel and Louis Vuitton. But the fashion industry brought new challenges, harsh criticism, pressure to look good, and moments when she felt inadequate. But the experience taught Balfe perseverance and resilience. She eventually turned to acting, starring in films like Super 8 and Now You See Me. Then her big break came when she landed the role of Claire Fraser in Outlander, a role that earned her critical acclaim and a loyal fan base around the world. Looking back on her journey from bullied girl in Monaghan to Hollywood star, Balfe is not only proud, but also grateful for the hardships. They taught her about empathy, the importance of self-worth, and the power of female friendship. You create the life you want, she says. It's up to you. It was that belief that drove her to venture to Los Angeles, armed only with hope and determination. Caitriona Balfe's story is a living testament to the power of grit and the support of good relationships. From a traumatic past in Ireland to the pinnacle of the entertainment industry, she has overcome every challenge with grace and resilience. And now, as Outlander, which has traveled with viewers across time and continents for more than a decade, prepares to wrap up its 8th season. Fans are not ready to say goodbye. Since its debut in 2014, the series, adapted from Diana Gabaldon's novels, has captivated millions of viewers with its story of love, war, sacrifice, and survival, Although an official air date for the final season has yet to be announced, a new chapter is already in the works. This summer, Outlander Blood of My Blood will air, bringing a fresh and thoughtful perspective to the time travel legacy that fans have cherished for over a decade. The prequel Blood of My Blood promises to open up emotional pages of history where the origins of two iconic characters, Jamie and Claire Fraser, are revealed through timeless love affairs. Instead of focusing on just one setting, the film chooses to tell two parallel historical periods, the 18th century Scottish Highlands and England during World War I. In Scotland, the audience will witness the passionate story between Ellen Mackenzie, Harriet Slater, the proud strong girl of the Mackenzie family, and Brian Fraser, Jamie Roy, an honest, passionate Highland boy who is considered not a good match. Their love defies harsh laws and political conflicts, laying the foundation for the image of Jamie Fraser later. Meanwhile, in England at the beginning of the 20th century, amid the sirens and smoke of war, Henry Beauchamp Jeremy Irvine, an intellectual but sensitive doctor, meets Julia Morriston Hermione Corfield, a compassionate and courageous woman. Their love blossoming between the field hospital and the nights of falling bombs explains Claire Fraser's intelligence, bravery, and warm heart. Two stories centuries apart are linked by the same fateful thread: love, loyalty, desire, and resilience. Leading the project is still Matthew B. Roberts, the architect of Outlander, along with the veteran team Ronald D. Moore, Meryl Davis, Jim Kohlberg, and especially the presence of the author's own consultant, Diana Gabaldon, ensuring loyalty to the original spirit. The film also brings a promising young cast, transforming into young versions of familiar characters. Rory Alexander plays Murda Fitzgibbons Fraser, Jamie's devoted guardian. Sam Retoot and Seamus McLean Ross play the two powerful uncles Dougal and Colin Mackenzie. Salt Mallon plays the young Jocasta Cameron. Sarah Vickers is Mrs. Davina Porter. Tony Curran is Simon Fraser, Brian's strict father. And Peter Mullen transforms into Red Jacob Mackenzie, the hot-tempered Mackenzie patriarch Ellen's father. Each character, each look, and each line of dialogue will intertwine between personal stories and historical upheavals. True to the spirit of Outlander, blending politics, family, and the human heart. 2 timelines. 1 immortal spirit. Both of Blood of My Blood storylines are strongly shaped by the social challenges of the times. Set in the Scottish Highlands, the story plunges the audience into a time when clan loyalty is paramount. Politics is in turmoil, and the specter of rebellion is ever looming. Ellen and Brian's love is not only considered deviant, but also dangerous. They dare to challenge family power, break patriarchal norms, and overcome class barriers. In contrast, the World War I storyline places love in the midst of a global vortex. From trenches to field hospitals, amid the sound of bombs and the smell of disinfectant, Henry and Julia find each other. This era brings with it dramatic changes in class, gender roles, and even medical ethics, all of which contribute to shaping their personalities and choices. Two stories hundreds of years apart mirror each other. Courage, loyalty, and love endure despite the times. Though they have never met, their legacy is intertwined in Jamie and Claire. Stars has gone to great lengths to recreate this world. Half the setting is the misty Scottish Highlands. The other is meticulously recreated Edwardian streets and hospitals. The costumes are still the soul of the characters. Ellen wears traditional tartans, but with a twist reflecting the spirit of rebellion. Julia wears Edwardian dresses that are both practical and elegant, exuding a progressive mindset during the war. Designers have recreated early Castle Leoch and recreated bombed-out English villages, bringing emotional depth and historical authenticity. Behind-the-scenes footage reveals drone shots gliding through misty valleys, thrilling horse chases, massive clan reunions, and quiet moments in battlefield hospitals, all of which make up Outlander's signature cinematic quality. Blood of My Blood is not a mere prologue, but a story that stands on its own. With 10 episodes for its first season, the series is aimed at both longtime fans and new audiences. It could also be the first piece in a series of spin-offs that explore other corners of the Gabaldan universe, turning Outlander into a world as vast as Game of Thrones or The Witcher. What makes Outlander so enduring has never been the time travel or period settings, but its emotional authenticity. Intense, raw, yet deeply human relationships. This prequel is a journey back to the roots of the values that make Jamie and Claire so iconic. Love that defies convention, sacrifice that transcends ego, and loyalty that spans generations. For those who have accompanied Jamie and Claire through the centuries, this is an opportunity to understand why they are so strong and to love their parents the way we'd love them. Outlander Blood of My Blood will premiere on August 8th, 2025 exclusively on Starz, and also available on apps and partner platforms. As Outlander comes to a close, this prequel ensures that the story does not end, but begins a new chapter, more epic, deeper, and more powerful than ever.